2.5 years ago, my wife Sarah, 36F, asked me, 38M, to open our marriage, strongly implying that the alternative was divorce. After thinking it through, I said yes, primarily because we have 2 children, and I was working long hours, and divorce sounded horrible. So, I set up some ground rules: no bringing dates into our house, no dating mutual friends, acquaintances, family members, colleagues, and we keep things private. For the next 2 years, I focused on my job and my kids. I worked extremely long hours, and the little free time I did have, I devoted to my kids. I didn't have the time for dating, so I wasn't even trying. I moved to another room because the thought of Sarah smashing with another man and then sleeping in my bed felt horrible, and I didn't want to know anything about who she was sleeping with. Our relationship became purely transactional, as we became partners in raising kids. This summer, I managed to fulfill my financial goals. I do not have any debt whatsoever, and both of my kids have enough money in their college fund. All I have to do now is keep adding some savings every month into the fund I made for their first home deposits. So, I did some math and decided to cut my work hours from 74 to just 30 per week. Sarah wanted to get indebted again to buy another house and a new car, but I said no. I used my free time to finally have a vacation I really needed, and took my older son with me to tour the US together. I did some renovation work on our house, turned the basement into my man cave, started working out, playing sports, and leading a healthier life overall. Then I actually started trying to land a date. For me, just having a smash and dash with somebody is not my thing. I want to at least be a friend to somebody, to go out together, watch movies, have fun, and then smashing would be a great addition. So, I dated a couple women, and I did find someone, let's call her Jane, whom I clicked with. With Jane, I was going out to concerts, art galleries, comic cons, movies, and we were compatible in bed too. Sarah wanted to talk about my dates, but I said no. Then, I caught Sarah snooping through my phone, and we had a very strongly worded argument. Now, Sarah wants to update the terms of our open marriage. She wants us to repair our marriage by going to the counselor. She wants us to sleep in the same room, and to go outside and have fun together. Our outside of marriage relationships are to be strictly for smashing only and nothing else, and we are to talk about who we're sleeping with. I told her that I am content with the situation as it is, and I don't mind if she finds a partner to go out with. I encouraged her too, and that I don't want to talk about our partners, but she is holding her ground. At this point, I'm split between trying to fix our marriage and handing her the divorce papers. I would appreciate some advice. Edit. I'm not blindsiding her by having 2 simultaneous relationships. It's not that kind of situation. Since Sarah decided to open our marriage, the 2 of us didn't have any intimate moments. We didn't sleep together, we didn't go outside together. After I switched to working 30 hours, she didn't initiate any changes. Our relationship was essentially co-parenting under the same roof. Once I started dating other women, she started snooping around. Once she found out I was dating Jane, she wanted to change the rules. Even then, she said nothing about closing the relationship, just changing it to only smashing outside of marriage. This boils down to me not being able to have a single intimate relationship. Update 1. Sarah and I had 2 sessions with a couples counselor. The counselor was very dedicated and professional. However, Sarah kept making demands that felt very unreasonable and unfair. She wants to keep an open relationship that is only about smashing with no strings attached, and she doesn't want to find a job and keep working. She wants us, aka me, to buy a new house. In every variation, she stubbornly wants to have 2/3 of these things. Today during the counseling, she threatened divorce. After counseling, she said the counselor was taking my side and wanted to change to another counselor, but I think the counselor was just trying to be fair and find a compromise. I had a talk with a lawyer and started divorce proceedings, and she will get the papers in a couple of days. I will give her 2 months to start earning on her own. After that, I'm not giving any money whatsoever to her anymore. Edit. I just wanted to add that I only started working 74 hours a week after she decided to open our marriage. Before that, I was working around 50 hours a week. I wasn't spending my time at bars and clubs either, helped with chores as much as I could, and I was home and available every weekend.